Hey everybody, what is going on? It is Dunbar Snack Bar here with MLB 2K12 and My Player Mode with Timmy Timmons. You can see we're playing at home. We're going to be going up against the Braves here in this one. Now we are sitting at the bottom of the NL East. Don't think that's going to be changing anytime soon, especially with the way that the Mets were playing before I ended up coming and joining the team from minor league baseball. Alright, so with that being the case, I'm going to get excited for next year. And I think we have about 20 games left before we actually go ahead and hit next season, which will be nice. Nothing yet necessarily on if I'm going to win any kind of awards. I don't think I've reached the amount of at-bats necessary to be considered for Rookie of the Year or anything like that. But thing is I got to keep this streak going that I have. Still on the hot streak. I tell you what, it's a lot easier, of course, to get hits when you're on a hot streak. You can see my contact sitting at 82. That is nice. That helps out considerably because usually it's sitting right where my power ranking is in the 60s. So I've advanced a little bit. I'm liking it. I hope I get to stay at this eventually. Like I'll be doing videos here and I'll have 80 power, 80 contact. I still have yet to hit a home run too. Speaking of home runs, this goes back, way back. Wall climb, take that home run away. That was awesome. I get 100 skill points for that too. Now that's something you don't get playing shortstop for first base. You don't have those opportunities to really do something like that. So, that's awesome. I hope I get more of those. Really not too much I have to do. You just run over to the wall and hit X and you're done. All right, so you can see in a little bit we're in the lead. Wow, I totally reached to grab that one. I swung way early too, so let's see. All right, low 30s for the fastball, so I can wait a little bit for the pitch to come to me here. Works out now that I saw how fast that stuff really goes, so I guess it's very helpful to bring up that window, and that's something that I should do a little bit more often, because when you can see the speed on it, I mean, you can know, like, let's say you're going up against Earls Chapman, who throws 105-mile-an-hour fastballs at you. You can't afford to wait. You have to swing and swing early, but at the same time, if you got somebody else who's like this guy who throws 92, 93 fastball, you can wait a little bit to see what's up. I really wasn't going for second, you guys. I'm just messing around here at this point. So, hit and run didn't end up working out here, which is kind of why I went for second when I did. Now, with 2 outs, of course, they're not going to call that again. Ha ha ha. Still messing around with them. Every once in a while, though, like when you do that, and then the ball gets thrown into center field, and you're good. I mean, you can advance. Depending on the player, like obviously Timmy Timmons couldn't do it because he's ridiculously slow, but if you have somebody who's pretty quick, you're all right. So I just like to mess around with the computer every once in a while. No biggie. Besides, when you're sitting on the bases, you got to do something to make it really exciting, I feel. Because this is probably the least exciting part of my player. Well, I take that back. I mean, I don't think it's going to stay that way. Like, if I can get to the point here where I can steal bases and I can get my speed up, that's going to help me out considerably. And that's something that I work on every instance that I can. One of the things about My Player Mode, if you guys don't have the game or you're not aware of it, there'll be days that show up in the calendar that looks like a pair of, weights. And on those days, it's like a workout day. You can choose one of a different number of things that'll kind of give you a boost in certain areas. I always go with stealing bases just to try and get some extra points there to help me out with running, because you guys have heard me say running's the hardest skill points to get. Alright, so this one, I guess making up for the fact that stole a home run here, not giving me a chance to get any skill points on that. So yeah, kind of working on that, get the speed up and the acceleration up. That's the thing that's huge too, is acceleration. And I think that in previous versions of MLB, the acceleration part of it all was something that was very undervalued. Like, you could get your speed up all the way, and acceleration really didn't mean too much. So now there's 2 things that I have to work on to get to the point where I can start stealing bases on a regular basis. And I don't necessarily see why that is something that has been so tough to do, because when you look at players who play baseball, it's not like between their 6th year and their rookie year that their speed has increased tremendously. It's something that you should have had speed the entire time, and then you get into the major leagues and you're still ridiculously fast. That time I hit into a double play. That's something that just doesn't make sense. I understand where it comes from. It's something else that they need to build up, but it's very unrealistic. And you guys with the game kind of know what I mean, especially the amount of time it takes to start running full speed. That doesn't make sense to me either. Like with my acceleration, I start off at first, and I'll probably get about 10 feet away from second, and that's when I'll be running at full speed. If that's really the case, you need to stop playing sports and do something else. That's just ridiculous. All right, 279 is my batting average. That's nice. I'm just about to 300. And that's really helped my team out, too, the fact that I'm at this point here. Now, of course, having this, hot streak's been helping me, too. That's another one I probably shouldn't have swung at. That goes into right field. And that is going to be caught. But at least I didn't strike out, so that's all right. It could have been a lot worse. Anyway, that's going to go ahead and end the game. We ended up winning this one, 4-1. Hits were pretty even. I had 8. Braves had 7. So that was kind of cool that I stole a home run. That was probably the most exciting part of the game. Anyway, you guys are awesome. Thank you for watching this. Of course, you're going to see more Timmy Timmons in a couple of days. This one's a little bit shorter, but I know you guys kind of like that every once in a while. So again, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, all that jazz. You guys are awesome. You really are. And as always, I hope you have a good one.